give a film away even after a period of time. Talk about these key components of your contract and why this was so critical for you, Ryan Coogler.
That's a great question, Amy. What I will do is I'll maybe add some context that maybe those articles didn't add. I'm not the first filmmaker to get any of these deals, you know. And Warner Brothers is not the first studio to provide these deals to a filmmaker. You know, so like I think that a lot has been made of my deal in particular. I'm not totally sure why. You know, I have my guesses. You know, but I've been in the industry long enough to know what kind of deals are possible, and nothing about this deal is a new thing.
In an era where stories of struggle, identity, and empowerment needed a voice, one man emerged with the clarity of vision and the weight of truth. Ryan Coogler. From Oakland to Hollywood, from football fields to film sets, this is the journey of a storyteller who broke through with authenticity, heart, and an unwavering sense of purpose.
Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? I sold tapes every day.
Ryan Kyle Coogler was born on May 23, 1986, in Oakland, California. Raised in a household rooted in education, social justice, and resilience. Ryan was the son of Jocelyn, a community organizer, and Ira Coogler, a juvenile hall probation counselor. In the Coogler household, conversations about community, identity, and responsibility were the norm, and those themes would one day shape his cinematic voice. Growing up, he would often watch movies with his father. One of his earliest influences was the movie Rocky II, which sparked his interest for storytelling.
So lucky! What you did was a miracle. You're the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I want you to know that, Stallion.
Do I look lucky?
Look, nobody goes the distance with me. Get up out of that chair, chump, and let's finish this fight right now.
Oh, don't, please, sit down.
Is he serious?
Where you going down? Did the bell save you, Apollo?
Bell nothing, man. I can beat that chump. I'll fight him any place, anytime.
But films wasn't Coogler's first love, it was football. A standout athlete, he earned a scholarship to St. Mary's College in Moraga, California, and later transferred to Sacramento State, where he continued to play wide receiver while majoring in finance. But one class changed everything. A creative writing assignment about his father's near-death experience sparked Coogler's interest in screenwriting. His English professor recognized his talent and encouraged him to pursue it further. That moment sparked a journey that led him to the USC School of Cinematic Arts, where his voice would begin to take shape behind the camera. At USC, Coogler created powerful short films that tackled issues of identity, justice, and the human condition. His talent was undeniable, raw, bold, and emotionally resonant. His short film, Locks, a story that uses the themes of growth and change, premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival in 2009. Locks would be nominated for the Dana and Broccoli Award, and Coogler would win for filmmaking excellence.
Bay Area Transit Police responding to a disturbance on a train platform in Oakland. Police are struggling with a man, one of the suspects in the train disturbance, and you'll see an officer in the background reaching for what appears to be something on his belt as his partner helps restrain him from the front. As you can see, a number of people in the station are confused and screaming. The officer then pulls out a weapon and shoots.
pulled his gun out and shot him in the back. And the bullet went through his lung, hit the concrete, and went through his other lung. And my son, he jumped up. And then the other police officer said, "What the fuck did you do?" He said, "What the fuck did you shoot him for?" That was Tony Peroni.
Okay, and this is once again where many people that say defund the police, they don't mean, hey, just get rid of the police. You know what the police need more than anything else? They need money for training.
I had a few things that I needed from the actor. Once I went down that list, Michael B. Jordan was kind of the guy that fulfilled all of them. You know, I needed somebody who was relatively young, who looked like Oscar, who's experienced, could pull off a multi-layered performance that was needed, who was charismatic, but also could be tough and threatening. You know, all of these things have to be believable. Sometimes in certain scenes you have to go through those things in within seconds of each other. You know, and his relationship with the audience had to work, or else the film fails. You know, and Mike was the guy for me.
In 2013, Coogler made his feature debut with Fruitvale Station, a gripping, intimate portrayal of the final day in the life of Oscar Grant, a young black man fatally shot by a police officer in Oakland. The film won the Grand Jury Prize and the Audience Award at Sundance, a rare feat for a first-time director. The film stars Michael B. Jordan as Oscar Grant and Oliva Spencer, who plays his mother. Spencer also served as executive producer for the film, along with the legendary actor Forrest Whitaker.
I'm not coming here anymore.
What?
I'm not coming here for these visits anymore. This is my last time.
I know this is the last time for me too. I told you that I ain't going down no more.
You want to keep putting Sophina through this, and you go right ahead, okay? But Tatiana, that baby doesn't deserve this, Oscar.
You don't know what's going on.
So I guess that's why she asked me why you love taking your vacations more than you like being with her.
She ain't say that.
Oh, so I'm a liar now.
Mom, you gotta tell her I love her. Tell her I ain't never gonna
Tell her
leave
yourself. The next time you call home, you tell her yourself. Or better yet, let her come visit you here.
His next challenge was reinventing a beloved franchise. Creed, 2015, wasn't just a boxing film. It was a layered story about legacy, loss, and proving yourself. Starring Michael B. Jordan, who had become Coogler's frequent collaborator and creative brother, also Sylvester Stallone, Tessa Thompson, and Felicia Rashad. The film revitalized the Rocky saga and established Coogler as a major force in Hollywood.
How many females have you been with before me?
Anything else? Look, Bianca, come on now, you different.
How?
When I'm around you, I feel like I know you my whole life. Tell me you don't feel the same way about me.
Whatever, that's passion, that's infatuation, that phase.
Yeah, well, I can't see that happen.
Why not?
You motivate me.
Okay, so I'm just motivation to
you gonna find a problem with everything I say?
No, I wanna find the real in what you're saying. Don't worry, it's cool. Maybe you're just motivation to me too.
Oh, really?
I
don't mind that.
Creed revitalized the Rocky saga and established Coogler as a major force in Hollywood. The film garnered favorable reviews with critics and fans. It was nominated for several awards, including an Image Award for Ryan Coogler and Tessa Thompson, and a Golden Globe for Sylvester Stallone. In 2018, Coogler would ascend to a whole new realm. Black Panther, the first Marvel Studios film directed by a black filmmaker with a predominantly black cast. Not only did it become a phenomenon, Black Panther was a global celebration of African heritage, identity, and culture. It broke records, sparked movements, and made history in the MCU. Marvel fans would become immersed in the world of Wakanda, establishing Black Panther as one of the new leading superheroes for a new age of Marvel fans.
Tell me how to best protect Wakanda. I want to be a great king, Baba. Just like you. You're going to struggle.
So you'll need to surround yourself with people you trust.
You're a good man, with a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be king.
Breathe.
Behind the scenes, Coogler formed a deep bond with star Chadwick Boseman. Their collaboration was one of mutual respect and shared vision. The loss of Boseman in 2020 was a crushing blow, personal and professional. Yet Coogler carried on his legacy with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, a film soaked in grief, grace, and hope.
If Wakanda existed, you know, if somebody told me, hey, yo, Wakanda's been here this whole time,
right?
How would that make me feel?
Like Killmonger.
Yeah, you know, it's just that idea of wait. So this place has been there, but all of these things have been happening, you know, and nothing's been done about it. You know, that's a conflict that becomes very interesting. So the other thing we got into was this idea of am I my brother's keeper? You know, which is the question, you know, or do you even see people as your brother? You know what I mean? Like if you know, in this idea of self-preservation and what that means for people who are born outside of those lines. Something that got into a litany of stuff that we found to be relevant to the time, you know, colonization, borders, identity, the idea and the culture of the African American versus, you know, existing in direct conflict with the culture of the African. So that's when we started to get into some rich stuff to mine. That's when we started to get exciting.
Despite his rise to global acclaim, Coogler has stayed grounded. He remains deeply connected to his roots, using his platform to uplift voices, support emerging talent, and tell stories that matter. Off-screen, Ryan Coogler is a husband and father, married to Zinzi Evans, a producer and former track star who's been by his side from the start. Together, they balance creativity with community, ambition with authenticity,